Hello, this is Howie, and I'm here to help you win with money. This is the last trading day of the year, December 31st, 2020. Let's see what's going on. Markets are pretty flat right now, and I'll show you what I did for today. I did a RIOT trade already, but I did not take advantage of the swing in the morning. I just missed it, and it went down here. I just did the trade over here. You see how it's bouncing back up to 17. I end up, here we go on my ETrade. I end up rolling it one more time for this week. I close out my yesterday's position for 7 cents, collected another 17. The net difference is $10 per contract minus the commission. What I'm going to do is, based on the crypto, and you'll see here, crypto is looking okay. Bitcoin, as long as it stays around this price, plus or minus a couple percentage points or a few $100, this should close around $17, which I needed to stay above 17. So what you're going to do is I will close out the position over time because there's only a few hours left in the trading day. With that being said, there's only one trade I want to do, and I know some of you don't notice this, but there are some things that I hold like 1 or 2 shares, and most of you probably don't know why, and that's okay. I'll let you know. These shares are my kids' trading account. What I do is my kids earn an allowance, and what they like to do is they tell me which stock they want to own. So one of my kids, my youngest, 9 years old, wanted to add another position or another share to his position. He owns 1 share, and because the shares cost $200, you see this? He doesn't. The last time he did a purchase was back in February. Prior to COVID, he bought 1 stock, 1 share of Public Storage, and today he saved up all his allowance money and he would like to buy another share. So we're going to execute that just for him. This is for you, kiddo. I'm going to buy 1 share, and that goes into his account. Technically, it's my account. And then what I do is I have a spreadsheet or a ledger where I subtract it out of his allowance. Here you go. And you can see I bought the 1 share, and let's see what it looks like. Back to the account screen, and if you scroll down here, here you go. Now he has a whopping 2 shares. And it looks like this. He also earned dividends yesterday. Over here, you see that? $2.04 is his dividend. Now he has another share. Now he has a whopping 2.03 shares, which is worth $462. So not everything in here is made for options trading. If you ever see why there's 1 share or 2 shares, I do use this account to teach my kids how to buy and track securities. Okay, let's do a really quick trade. Let's do a Microsoft. I like to do a Iron Condor in this account. Let's try to do something out to February 12th. For Microsoft, I think what I'm going to do is change the expiration to February 19th, which is 50 days away from now, and I'm going to use these particular strike, and I'll show you the reason why. I put the new trade in here, so it's going to be a 190, and then the short call is going to be the 240, and here's the distance between the current market price. So it's a 20, oh, actually I did this wrong. I think I moved this one up to a 250, 245, 190. So let me show you the math behind that. So on the upside, I decided to use this one here, 17 delta, or a 15% chance of happening. So let's update that, 15% chance of happening. And I think what I said was this is a 17 delta. So I'm just going to track it here. And on a downside risk, it's a negative 11 delta or a 10% chance of. So I'm playing it safe. I'm not taking a risk. So I get a smaller premium. and I'll show you that real quick. The premium is now $163. If you pop that in here, $163. Now, is that good or bad? It's technically bad. You should be collecting over $250 to $400 if you follow the trading rule. The trading rule is sort of the 33% go of the whiff. I am not going to do that. I'm taking a little bit safer. I'm okay with getting less premium because the odds are trade going wrong is less chances of going wrong. So because of that, I'm okay with taking this risk. I can go 2 contracts instead of 1 to make sure it's worth my time. Net credit, I'm going to punch in $1.64. You collect $300. Let's see what the impact is to my trading account. It should be $2,000 impact minus the credit that you're receiving. And there you go. You subtract the credit that you receive, and this is the impact to your account. Do I want to go one more? I probably won't. I think that would be fine. Let's do this. Let's put in that trade. It didn't go through. I may have to move it down 1 penny or so. Let's see what happens here. You see it still didn't go. Because of filming, I want this to go across. I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes waiting for a penny. And let's see what happens. I moved it down to 162 to see if I can get this across even quicker. And let's see. No, it did not. Sometimes you just have to hit refresh a couple times. I may move it down 1 more penny. At 159 it went across. There you go. You see the confirmation. It was broken up into 2 separate trades, which is fine. Nothing special there. We got that trade in. What I did was, once the trade went across, I punched in my costs here so you can see it. I got 159 for it. I'm actually going to subtract. I'll put in 158 or 157 just in case. That will account for the $2 commissions or $1 commission for the because it requires 2 legs for each side for an iron condor times. Actually, it's probably a little bit more, but I think this is fine. I'll do that. Now, out of curiosity, I want to check how much it costs for me to close this one. It says that I received $1.20 for each contract. I want to see if it's $60 or less to close. If it is, I may end up closing. It's a good day to close because you see the current market price. It's not near the midpoint. 215 will be the exact midpoint of my iron condor. And so let's take a look at that. And this is the trade I was talking about. Let's see how much it is to close. 50 cents. You see this? 60. So I'm at 50% profit margin. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. You go back here. If you punch in $60 for me to close, obviously the math will show you I received my 50% margin. And I can close this out. Now I may be okay with that because I just created a new one right here. So this is the whole process. You close, open, close. Every time when it hits 20, 25 or under, I start looking at when to close. Today's a great day because on a down day, it makes it further away from the side that's being tested. And because it was moving closer to my midpoint, the market price, today Microsoft is going down. You can see that here. It's going closer to my midpoint. And it makes it easier for me to close, spending a little bit less money to close. So let's do that. I'm going to put in 48. I'm going to try to sell it for 48. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to cost me $55 to close. Okay, I moved it up to 50. Still not closing yet. I may just keep on moving it $1 or 1 penny at a time. Let's try the 50 here. Let's see, does it close with 50? Here's my temp at 51. But you guys get the point of this. You see it's at 51 now. Let's see, does it close? Not yet. Hit refresh, refresh. Maybe 52. Here you go. I'm inching up. 52 now. And I'm okay with that. Under 60, I'm at 50% profit margin. There you go. That went across. Voila. And since I closed one, I want to create a new one. And you see that. And I already did one just a few minutes ago. So this time, I don't know what the delta is. I'm going to, since this one I want to do a little bit wider or a little bit more contracts, I'm willing to take less money. This one is about 140, but I may go 4 on this one. So I may do that. Let's collect 4. And I'm okay with that. I'll receive $500 up front. I should have room to do that with my buying power. Here you go. That should be enough for me to do my trade. Place trade. And let's see if I can get that. I'm going to reduce it. I'm going to go a little bit under so I save you guys time. Let's jump around. Instead of moving it penny down, 143 still didn't go. 143 still didn't go. Let's do 142. And I'm okay with that. Look, it's closer to the bottom side and it'll eventually go. Here you go. And let's see what happens. Order placed again. And not yet. It just went across. You'll see it here. We should see it. There you go. You see all these canceling? That's when I'm moving it 1 penny down. So I got it. Another one. Just update your spreadsheet. This one I had 4. I made it a little bit wider. This one I got it for 141, I believe. But it's a little bit wider. You see I made it a little bit wider on the downside. So I'm going to check the odds of a 185. And a 185 is over here, which is a 8 delta, 6% chance of happening. I'm going to round it up. I'll call it a 9 delta, 6% chance of happening. So on this one is a minus 6 delta. Is that what I just said? Oh no, 9 delta. We'll do 9 delta. 6% chance of happening. And there you go. I just received more premiums. I closed this one just literally before in the beginning of the video. So that's how you do it. The last step is to paste in all my transactions from 28 and 29 into the spreadsheet. So let's do that. As always, I don't copy the transaction for today. You just saw my Microsoft ones right here. I'm not going to copy those. I copy 28 and 30th into my spreadsheet. Okay, there you go. That's one. And then there's more. Hang on a second. These you saw in my video. I did the Microsoft. I did that one for my kid. And I don't copy those. I had an assignment. So I do have to copy these here. And I need to copy this all the way to 20, 30th, 29. So I got to go all the way down here. Okay. So that looks good. I'm going to paste in here. Now I'm going to delete all those adjustments and everything that has 0 value. So let me clean this up real quick. Okay, I fixed most of these right here. And then you see I did a lot of iron condors, a lot of RIOT stuff. So the last thing I want to do is fix all the calls and the puts. Make sure that all these things are done right. You see that? This is all wrong. Fix that up. Let's do all the calls. Actually, I just did the calls. Let's double check the puts. That looks good to me. I don't see any errors there. So let me check one last time. So these look good. The last thing I do, let's adjust that. Align. So there you go. This is the end of the year. Now, tomorrow, I will paste in all the trades that I did today, and that will be the last update of the year. So this is the pivot. And I'm just zooming in a little bit before I hit the refresh button. I want to make sure there's no errors in this spreadsheet. Hit the refresh, and there you go. Let me just examine the numbers. I want to make sure everything looks good. I don't know if there's any errors here. I think that looks okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's okay. That looks good to me. I don't think I see any errors here. Let's go into here. Pop that open. I'm okay with losing some of the values here. I was just doing some math. Let's punch in the numbers. And then I have one more trading day, which is today. Hit refresh, and there goes my numbers. If you subtract 1,400 out of this number, it puts me right in average. And what I mean by that is, if I have this value minus this value, and there you go, right in average of what I do per month when I'm not losing money. When I'm losing money, it looks gross. So that looks good. It looks really good. Nothing to see here. I can hit the refresh here by holdings, which tells me which tickers I'm trading. But I'm excited. This is pretty good. There's a couple things that did go wrong. I got a sign on my edit toss, and I only made like 5%, even though the shares popped up 200%. I had a cover call on it. There's nothing you can do. That's part of trading. You limit your upside, and I didn't get a chance to roll out. I was trying to, and never, my rolling up and out didn't execute in time, but that's life. Anyway, that's good for today. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe to my channel. This brings me to the end of this share. Regardless of what happens here, I basically close most of my positions. The only thing I need to keep an eye on is I do have one thing with RIOT that expires today at 17 strike price. I have a cash curve put, so I need to keep an eye on this prior to closing. But outside of that, my year looks pretty decent, and hopefully you enjoyed this year, and stay tuned for next year. We're going to start all over for 2021. My spreadsheet resets, and you're going to see how I'm going to start managing the position the same way that you just saw me today. If anything, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, comment below if you want to see something different, or if you want to learn something, or you have a question. Please support me using the affiliate links. You can buy a book. There are some books that I recommend. I don't recommend books on trading or how to do technical analysis or fundamentals or valuation stuff. I'd rather you buy books on how to retire early and be financial independent. I'd rather you buy books on things that teach the theory and the concepts, because those I think will help you more. Trading is very different. There's no real one right way to do it. You do what works for you, and every trader is uniquely different. So please support me in that way. Let's do this together. Let's do this $1 at a time. And let's have a profitable 2021. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.